Really grateful to see you all. Welcome to those watching the recording. Oh, let's do this. So I am gonna call in the light. Actually, no, I'm gonna call in the light with this process, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of information before we dive in. So these are 5 steps that are not unique to me. You will feel and be familiar with a lot of these steps just as absolutely profound universal truths that I think, so many people have used over the centuries. But for whatever reason, when I was having a really tough time in my life and waking up in the morning and feeling motivated was really tough, I started to download doing these 5 things in succession, and they really became a really beautiful form to really give me focus in the mornings, not just energetically feel better and like I could move forward, but actually my little way of receiving, okay, what's important for today? What am I focusing on? Because I'm sure we all have this as the truth, but when you work for yourself, like there are always a million things that I could do. And I know this is true for us, but really being clear of like what's true for us. What is my soul calling me to move on today is really, really, really helpful. So I am now going to call in the light, and we're just going to dive in and play with these very simple 5 steps. And I encourage you to trust yourself and your way as we walk through the guide that I'm about to walk us through. But first of all, we're just going to welcome our beautiful body. I just love to start absolutely everything with a hug to my human, because as light and positive as I can be in my mind, there can be so many unconscious levels of resistance that can be cleared just with honoring and loving my human, just really kind of giving me a huge hug. And just asking my body on all levels to relax and release. And we do ask that anything that can be lifted, just in that loving and letting go, that letting go and letting God, we do ask that anything that can be cleared from any level of our consciousness be done. As we continue to let go of absolutely everything in this moment. And I love to clear the slate. Can you have enough courage to actually let go of everything in your life right now, knowing that those things that are on point, they will come back? But can you, in some weird way, energetically clear the slate? Like all projects, all things that you're moving on, like can you just at least philosophically let go of everything so that only that which is truly aligned comes back, comes into form, comes back? And so in this moment, just relax and do your best just to let go of all commitments, all promises, all things that are in flow. God's got them anyway. You're actually not holding them. The Holy Spirit is. So it's actually just a gift to not have your ego, our beautiful little limited mind, hold them, but to really allow the Spirit to hold them. And we're going to awaken to our highest good for our life. We are here to experience our highest good, our highest life, our greatest alignment with who we are as love, as light, as this spark of the divine. And so we're asking our soul in this moment to give us just one thing to focus on for right now. This is one thing to do today. It's one thing to focus on in our life at this time. And it might be something that we end up actioning on, but your soul may just pop something in just for you to experience for right now. So just ask your soul, ask God, what's one thing that you're calling me to experience in my life at this time? One thing you're being called to experience. focus on, show up for in your life at this time. And that could be anywhere from loving myself, more self-acceptance, right? It could be very vague and very inner, through to go to the gym, through to create this business, through to move on this project. But just trust whatever comes present for you and kind of settle into it. And now, can you, as fully as you possibly can in this moment, step into a parallel universe and experience it right now? Experience it more fully than your beautiful little head can imagine. If it was to really love yourself, can you give yourself a minute of just, feeling so at peace and in love with every part of you, every part of your life? Or if it's something like a project, make it up, mock it up, the greatest experience. We're going to have a minute of silence just to really visualize and imagine, but more importantly, feel the profound realization, the feeling, the inner experience of this focus. And keep that going as best you can. Keep experiencing and just reconnecting to the experience of feeling this fully realized. And do your best to let go of any physical world components of this, but just let the inner experience remain. What came present for me was a particular level of success with my book. So there is a joy, there is an experience. So I'm letting go of anything that has to do with this physical world, but like, what's that feeling? Just being seen and validated, acknowledged, loved, right? So now I'm letting go of the physical world and purely focusing on and getting clear about the inner experience. So just really get clear, focus on what is it that you actually want to feel? What is your soul setting you up so that you will feel and experience? I believe it's a way that our soul is calling us to experiencing more of the vibration, more of the frequency of who we really are. And so as you just feel this inner component, be aware of the word or few words that best describe this inner experience, this frequency. Words are going to fail, but choose the best word or phrase to profoundly describe what you're experiencing right now. And so just take note of that word, that phrase. You can write it down if you like, but just take note. And yep, let yourself squeeze and feel that. That this frequency is not only a profound key for how we are to more successfully manifest and create and just live, but it's kind of also the reward as well, right? It's a key to getting there, even though there is no really there, right? That's the illusion. but it is the reward. It is what we want. It is the shortcut. And so we're going to be aware of just one thing that we can do today to support us in feeling this. Let go of that dream. The Holy Spirit will manifest that for you and bring that forward if it's for your highest good. But your ability to live this frequency, this feeling is everything. So how can you support yourself in living in this frequency, even just a little more today? Just be aware of one thing that will really support you in living this. And when it becomes clear, I do love to write this one down for sure, because actually when we do this, we actually do get to quite a nice higher vibration. And often when we're really connected in these higher ways, so our memory doesn't work as well. So I like to write these things down. So like, what is that one thing that's going to support you today? Write that down. Mhm. And so now, in so many ways, we just put all of this into the arms of the highest good. What a gift to experience the source, the heart of just one beautiful thing that we really want. We do put all of this into the arms of the highest good. And we're going to do just a little bit of self-forgiveness now to clear the way. One thing that I'm profoundly aware of is that when I do come into an awareness of, yeah, I want this is for my highest good, I'm going to boldly show up here. Oof, it's a great recipe for any of the doubts, any of the parts of us that don't really believe in us, right? To show up. And this is on point. This works so beautifully together. So we're just going to do a bit of self-forgiveness in this moment, not from our mind, but just as we were doing improv, just whatever comes up. And I like to do this inward, silently. You can write it down, but we're just going to do about half a minute or more of I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that whatever comes next. But then keep saying the beginning of the sentence. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that, just whatever rolls off your tongue. No thought, doesn't matter. It might not make sense. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that. And just being aware that you're compassionately washing any doubts, any part of you that isn't already living in the fullness of this new experience, this greater experience of you. We'll have a little bit of time. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that. And so the last one, I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that. Let that complete. And we're just going to stand tall in. And the truth is that I am. Just 3. And the truth is that I am. And the truth is that I am. And the truth is that I am. And so hopefully from this place, the very final step is quite easy. So the final step is just gratitude, and the intention is to experience gratitude for our entire life just as it is. So even if we can't necessarily feel that in this moment, just planting the seed that it is my intention to be grateful, to be in complete harmony, to be in complete cooperation with my entire life, just as it is. And that gratitude for my entire life, every single little bit, including the challenges, including the things that I don't understand. And I just say yes and thank you to every single little piece of it. And sometimes we can feel that really easily. I find that the preceding steps do kind of set us up sometimes in a beautiful way that makes this easy. But sometimes it's a little harder. And in those moments, I like to start with some things. I'm completely grateful for Eric. I'm completely grateful for my practice. I'm completely grateful for Phoenix. So use a few things. Be specifically grateful about things that are easy to be grateful for. Speak of the angel as Phoenix enters the room. But just complete in this moment with as much gratitude, as much thank you for your entire life, just as it is. Doesn't need to change, doesn't need to get better. Maybe it's whole and perfect and abundant, perfectly designed for us right now. And so just charge your energy field with this gratitude, with this harmony, this cooperation, this acceptance with every part of your life. As we say, thank you, and so it is. Alrighty. So what I do love to do after I've done this process, depending on how I feel and what's present, I often like to then just receive, okay, any practical, specific next steps for today. I find that I'm in perhaps the most graceful flow right now. And, maybe at 3 o'clock when I'm at my desk and I'm tired and I'm trying to make decisions about me and my world, that's not going to come from the same place of alignment of grace. So I like to right now make the decisions for my life. This, okay, so what's my truth? What's my clarity here? Next steps on this project. What's the next step for today? I love to really just get my marching orders from this beautiful, clear place rather than my default, my autopilot throughout the day. I do my best, but we've all got an autopilot that works more on our limited human conditioning rather than the pure source of spirit, of God, of whatever you'd want to call it. So that's for me the power of our mornings. When we wake up, we're closer to this inner connection with who we are as the invisible. We've just been more connected. So without picking up our phone, without doing too much, I do love to dive into something. These 5 steps are great. You might have another beautiful thing, but the biggest encouragement is, can we in the mornings really receive the energy with which we want to experience more? So have fun, play with those 5 steps, lots of information in the dashboard. I'll make sure I put the links below this video for those watching the recording. I love you all. Have beautiful weeks. I get to play with the live folks now. So see you soon.